Sporgy.
ChristopherMedia.net.
Bodega, Alpha and Omega. Siamese sailors sell celery sandwiches. Sawing-a-bada, serving platter.
Hey, Jamie?
Yes?
Did you want to try reading that line on the script there?
Oh, yeah, let's see. You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, that one?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm just not warmed up yet. Shouldn't be long. Detector test.
Bundle your home and auto with Progressive today.
The marmot mangled my mushy pork pancake.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
It's Wild Card Weekend, and you can follow all the action at BetOnline.net. For the first time in league history, 6 games are on the board during the opening round of the playoffs. Feature games Saturday include Indy at Buffalo and LA at Seattle. On Sunday, Chicago visits the Big Easy, while divisional rivals Cleveland and Pittsburgh square off. Check out all the action this week at BetOnline.net as the journey to Tampa gets underway. Always available online or your mobile device. Visit BetOnline.net today. Bring the game home at BetOnline.net.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
Welcome to Sporgy.
The show that gives you half-ass sports fans giving their half-ass opinions.
And now, here are your hosts.
Oh, look at this. Well. Look who it is. Chris and Ice found themselves back behind the microphone. Say hi. Oh, Ice's dog is excited too.
It's all about sports, and the little one likes it.
Yeah. Rich not with us today. Rich will be us in the future. We're working this shit out. So, when the fuck, I think it was like the middle of June. Let me check here. I think that was the last time we did a show, and sports was just getting ready. July 9th. So yeah, sports was just getting ready to relaunch. July 9th, seems like 6 months ago, but July 9th was NBA. It was, just got into the bubble. Baseball, I think, had been back for like a week. Hockey was starting to report. No training camps were in. Now, fast forward almost 2 months. The NBA, the NHL, is the Stanley Cup's 3 games in. We'll get to that. Baseball, is getting ready for the playoffs. And the NBA, in the conference finals. And who's in the conference finals? We got Celtics and Heat. And then Lakers and Nuggets. And
yeah, it's a full talented roster.
Yeah. It's the only surprise I think in those 4 would be Denver. Although if you ask players on Denver, they'll tell you that they get no respect. Did you see the rant one of their players went on? I think it was last week or the week before, like just calling out all the sports media saying, you guys got the power to change the narrative and you got to give us some respect. Motherfucker, what? You guys just started winning this year. In the short season. Let's see you play the full season, see what happens. Although, I guess we've never looked into this. Do you think the amount of games that they played since they've restarted amounted to the amount of games they had left? Because they got about a month past their All-Star break.
I actually wanted to ask you about all sports. I mean, all of them. Is this really a championship sport now? You know, if you go and win the Super Bowl, I can see it. You just missed the preseason. But with NBA, NHL, MLB, you know, first of all, you got people sitting out with COVID. You know what I mean?
I got to know. Pretty much my same question goes to the NBA. Were you playing enough games to make up for the ones that you had left? Now, baseball, I mean, this might be a hot take, but I absolutely think the baseball season should have an asterisk by it this year. It wasn't even, what's 60? I think I figured out it's like maybe a third of a season. We probably did this math last time we were together. 37% of a season, not even half a season.
Right. So, I mean, you're still going to get the Stanley Cup, the Lombardi Trophy, the World Series trophy, etc. But did you really earn it this year?
Well, baseball, yes. Football, it looks like they're going to have a full season. All they missed was the preseason. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess I'd have to, it sounds like a Google question. How many games? Looking up how many games they played in the bubble. My computer's old, so the hamster's running. Feed
the hamster more cheese.
My phone might beat the computer on this one. First, let's get this. How many games did the NBA play before COVID? All right, so there's 22. No, it's 22 teams. God damn it. They played until March 14th.
Right.
Which means they were only like a month out from finishing their season. Okay, I'm on the Wikipedia page for the bubble, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so there were only 8 games left of the regular season, according to this.
Well, look at it this way. The Milwaukee Bucks are in first place, and they're 56 and 17, right?
Yeah.
So that's 62 games, 63 games?
That's 73 games. So they're 9. So they missed 9 games. I would be fine with calling the NBA season a regular season. It's 9 games. That's a week. It's maybe a week and a half if they play every day.
Right, but Pistons only played 66 games, so it's okay that they're still in third from last, right?
They weren't going anywhere, man. That's the thing. They didn't. 22 out of the 30 teams got invited. That was a pretty generous playoff berth, if you ask me. They were like, "Hey, look, listen. There's 8 of you where it doesn't fucking matter. Stay quarantined. The rest of y'all, it's time to get back to work." So I guess I'm okay with that. Probably same with the NHL. Yeah, baseball, big, giant, glowing orange asterisk on this season, if you ask me.
Yeah, because they have, 160 games?
162 game season, and they only played 60 of them. They didn't even play half. They played a little over a third. Ugh. But whatever, dude, we didn't... If you think back to March and 8, we didn't have shit. We're thinking like, holy shit, I'm at home with nothing to do and there's no sports. What the fuck is this?
No, absolutely. But back to your thing of you need to give us respect. Yeah, sorry, not sorry. There's millions
the Denver Nuggets?
Millions upon millions of fucking Americans out of work trying to figure out how they're going to feed their kids, for fuck's sake. You know what? I did a research when the COVID happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't on anything but NFL players. And if the NFL players opt out,
yes.
Hang on one second. I'm pulling up the article. They get if because of the coronavirus this season, this is going to blow your mind. If they opt out and they don't play, they're eligible for a $350,000 stipend.
I want to get that job.
Players considered voluntary opt-outs will receive a $150,000 stipend. They will receive their sign-on bonus and like part of their paycheck, like $750,000.
But it's all relative, right? It's less than what they're used to getting, but also at the same time, I think the league wants to make sure that they're not being penalized for what they think is trying to do the right thing.
Well, I'm saying, though, you got people like that want respect and hollering, hey, look at us, we're winning, yada, yada. And I'm like, but you could sit out for a season and make more than people are going to make their entire lives.
Yeah.
While the rest of us are sitting here bitching about don't take away the extra money on unemployment.
Which, I'm going to say it. That seems like privilege to me.
Yeah, and I don't give a fuck if you're white or black.
Yeah, you could skip your job and still make 7 figures.
I'm saying that sounds like a little bit of upper class privilege there. That's a class issue. But
if you look for the woke sports show, folks, it ain't gonna be here. So
no, absolutely.
If you're looking for that stuff,
you're looking at 80% of our fucking country asking for $1,200 stimulus quote unquote package, and you got people sitting chilling playing Xbox making 7 figures for not doing their job. Fuck that. There's your fucking respect.
I think you're tying it loosely to what I get what you're saying, but we brought it up. NBA. How about the NBA? How about your boy LB? Whatever do you call him? LB? No, LJB. No, wait. What the fuck is his name? No, LBJ. Oh, like the president.
Call him Bron.
Yeah, mad at the MVP vote. Hey, motherfucker, maybe somebody was better than you. At your age, there's going to be a lot of people better than you.
Yeah, but you got to remember who you're talking about.
LeBron does love him some LeBron.
Yes, he does. and he'll tell you so. Just ask him.
Yeah.
Remember, he was the reason they won in Cleveland, but then he needed 14 new teammates quickly.
Yeah. Oh, he's mad Giannis got the MVP. And did you see Giannis's reaction, though? He's like, don't call me the MVP till I've won something. Which I was like, all right, I can respect that, but still, take your damn award.
Yeah, right.
If you were the best, you were the best. Fuck it, dude. Use that as use it as a bargaining chip for your next fucking contract negotiation.
Exactly, and not for nothing, but what's that Habib-looking dude from the Rockets?
Oh, come on. Harden?
That dude.
He's a black man with a beard. Dude,
No,
I'm Arabic, so it's okay. But
yeah, he won MVP, and his team didn't win shit. Didn't even win the Eastern Conference.
Hasn't Russell Westbrook won MVP a bunch of times? How many rings he got?
Yeah. Mr. I can hit triple doubles all night long. Yeah, okay.
Which is funny. I've been seeing articles this year that saying maybe Russell Westbrook's problem is Russell Westbrook.
And I said that last year.
Haven't we been saying it for a while? Pass the ball.
That was the joke with Kobe. Well, Kobe died. Well, finally he passed,
Mm-hmm.
Well, the motherfucker has 5 trophies. Maybe he shouldn't have passed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or wait, doesn't he have 6? 5 or 6? 5, because Jordan has 6.
Dwayne Wade can't still be on the Heat, is he?
I think he retired on the Heat.
47-year-old Dwayne Wade?
No, I think he retired from the Heat. He went to Chicago for that stint.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's where he was born. But I think they signed him back so he could retire as a Heat.
Yeah, I know him and LeBron were the same year, but they had very different careers.
Yeah, LeBron was trying to tell you how good he was, and Dwayne Wade was like, let me show you something.
So NBA, the conference finals going on, Celtics and Heat, Lakers and Nuggets. And, oh, God. This is how time has no meaning. Was this LeBron's first season in LA or his second?
This is his first.
Are we sure about that?
Pretty sure. Wait.
Part of me wants to say it was his... God.
No, this is his second. It has to be his second. Because he was over there with Magic Johnson doing all that shit, and then the Busby thing broke up, and then Anthony got signed.
That's right. Yeah, he brought Anthony Davis.
No, it was the second year because Anthony Davis came over, and what's his nuts is now a Pelican. That
all sounds familiar. And as far as I'm concerned, the way this year's been going, all could have happened 2 to 5 years ago.
Yeah, no kidding. Time has just sped up, slowed down, flipped around. It's done a trick. I think it had a cigarette in my bed the other day.
Second season. Yeah, he went to the Lakers in 2018.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So I was going to say, though, it looks like that experiment worked, right? I mean, he's back in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, but he's not just back in the playoffs. His team is the number 1 seed. They've lost less than 20 games.
Yeah, with his old ass. By the way, Dwayne Wade retired last year.
Yeah, with the Heat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with who's on that team, they should be where they're at.
Where I was heading, look once again at the team that LA assembled for LeBron. It's the same thing as in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to remind everybody who listens, when Kyrie Irving and everybody had injuries and shit, LeBron James could not win in the finals against Sacramento.
Well, to be fair, one thing we've learned is the problem with Kyrie Irving. That motherfucker can't stay healthy. It's just him signing with a new team just assures an injury.
I meant Golden State, but Sacramento, whatever. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and him and his bruised brother, KD, over there in Brooklyn.
Man, boy, did KD pick the right season to fucking sit out, huh? Cool, all this shit's going on. I'll be nice and healthy when the following season rolls around.
Right. Well, everybody wanted to talk about KD not staying healthy and everything. I mean, if you watched, there was a HBO special about Kevin Durant, and it was the time about if he was going to be on the United States basketball team for the Olympics and everything else. I mean, that man was doing round-the-clock jobs and playing in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
That kid was tired, bro.
Well, sorry, I'm typing up notes. Haven't done this in months. So, yeah, Other than that, the NBA, are you feeling any more woke when you watch the games? Are you proud how the NBA is? I think it's how the NBA has fixed racism by putting hollow messages on their backs in courts?
I think it's one of the stupidest things I've ever seen, and I think anybody that supports that is you know what? I ain't going to talk about them. But here's the thing: it does nothing. It accomplishes nothing. Well, at least we're having a conversation. I've told everybody this for years. Look at your own Facebook. The conversation started a long, long time ago.
This is literally almost word for word a conversation I had with somebody last week. Like, first of all, what's fixed? The answer's nothing. Second of all, hey, we want to start a conversation. Oh, do we? Your conversation has been going for 150 years? I think it's been started.
The government, everybody's like, oh, he's a master manipulator. Oh, he can manipulate and do this and that. The government, and I've said this so many times, is the master of all masters of manipulation.
Yeah.
They know what to put out, when to put it out, where to put it out for it to hook. And as soon as it does, it drives a wedge between this country like you ain't never seen.
Hey, you watched The Social Dilemma on Netflix yet?
No.
You should.
Definitely will give it a look-see. But as far as sports, okay, so so-and-so's name's on the back of your helmet. At the end of the end zone, it says, end racism.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it takes all of us. Really? Thanks for that.
You lock arms at center court. Woo fucking who? What does that prove?
Yeah,
I said it before, I'll say it again. I'm so glad that these rich, wealthy, carefree athletes are so against racism. Why don't you take that money and go do something about it?
Trust me, every time I hear LeBron try to talk about this stuff, it makes my blood boil because he doesn't realize, yeah, you're a black man, but you are a famous black man. You are recognizable to everybody. You do not even have the same experience a white man has being pulled over. You have if you get pulled over, you will have such a different experience from everybody else, black or white. You get the celebrity treatment. Oh, hey, you're LeBron James. Can I have your autograph? Have a nice night. No,
and the problem is he's had it ever since he was a kid.
Now, I can argue before people knew who he was, he might have had a couple cops or two give him some shit, right? Back when he was just LeBron, the high school kid, doing dumb shit with probably some of his hood friends. But now, maybe, okay, outside of the town, I'm sure in the town that he lived in, he was a local celebrity. But I'm saying he goes, he leaves his town, especially the part of Ohio he's from, he might get some shit. But I'm saying since 2005, you can shut the fuck up.
For reals.
You do not have the same experience everybody else. Like I said, cop pulls me over, cop pulls LeBron over. We're both doing the same thing. LeBron's going home. I'm not. Doesn't matter if I'm white or not. Dude, you are famous. Your skin color is now invisible. I don't think a lot of these guys realize that. I get it. Especially when you get into like the NFL and a lot of these guys aren't household names and you don't know who they are. Yeah, I bet you they get some shit but again, you make enough money, as soon as you get into court, you're buying your justice.
Who was that defensive end for Seattle? He always wore really small shoulder pads. He had a brother that was tight end.
Bennett.
Yeah. Remember when he was in Vegas and the cops gave him a whole bunch of shit?
Yeah.
But then, you're right, he had the money once he got to court and it disappeared. Mm-hmm. Whether he was wrong or right, whether the cops were wrong or right, you didn't hear anything else about it. You just heard the injustice that the police did to him and then nothing else.
It's about poverty, folks. We could keep saying it's about race all we want, but it really comes down to money.
Yep.
And that's when I like all these athletes getting on their soapboxes, quote unquote, using their platform, blah, 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 blah. No, you're not. You're just perfect. I wish Rich was here. Cap. Where the fuck has he been this summer? We heard about him the first week George Floyd went down, that he was going to bail a bunch of people out. He put a statement out on Twitter. Where the fuck's he been?
Right.
This is your thing, buddy. This should be your time.
Started.
Yeah.
This is literally what you started.
Where are you at? Hiding, because he can. Because he's rich. And the stuff with all the NFL, too, you know, half the players hate it. There's been stories about it. Half the players think it's a bunch of bullshit. A lot of reaction are like, oh, hey, where you been, Raj? You know, that kind of shit. Like, it's hollow. It's there to sell.
Villanueva from Pittsburgh, Villanueva put a fallen military vet on the back of his helmet covering up the shooting victim.
Yeah, you know why? Because that shooting victim was a trigger man in a crime.
Yep.
That shooting victim killed somebody. So he said, fuck that. I'm not doing that. And then...
and Villanueva is also a vet.
Yeah, and then, because the people younger than us have no sense of irony, they gave him shit for the way he chose to express himself. Rich pointed that out. Like, what did he say? The irony is delicious.
Yeah.
Like, all the woke flakes jumping all over him for whom he chose to put on his helmet. Like, huh.
But isn't it at least he's acknowledging something for somebody else? That's not good enough? He has to agree with you? Bullshit.
Yeah. So, yeah, all this... We got here just by talking about all the stuff in the NBA. Which... and you're so interested in human rights, huh? Where were you guys with China back last fall? Remember LeBron? Talk about people didn't know what they were talking about and they need to research because which coach was it? Was it the Spurs coach?
Yeah. Yes, it was. It was the GM.
Yeah, dared to talk shit about China, and the NBA's got a bunch of money over in China, and LeBron was like, hey, man, be cool. But I thought you're into human rights, LeBron. Oh, it's hollow. It's just there to sell product. And quite honestly, I think people should be insulted. But then again, the crowd that it's catering to just wants to be right. They don't care, and they don't care why. You know, it's the same crowd that doesn't give a shit that we always relate everything to football. But it's the same crowd that doesn't give a shit that Dan Snyder he didn't do an about face. He did it because money was threatened. When they changed the name of the Washington football team, the Redskins. Ooh, I said it. He didn't wake up one day and be like, oh, you know what? You're right. No, he had a huge pile of money threatened and went, all right, guess it's finally time. And they don't care. They just care that it happened. They don't care why. His motivation is not pure. Thought you people were all about purity. Man, I feel like I'm channeling Rich today.
Yeah. Making up for his absence.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry, guys. This is a bunch of bullshit.
And it all
this is the biggest fucking show of lip service since Monica Lewinsky.
It's not honest. It's just there to placate people and for marketing. It's virtue signaling. You know, we were talking about it before the show. I guess we can kind of get into this now. Dude, I just want to watch sports. All right, and I know I'm veering into, stick to sports. I watch sports for a reason. I watch sports to, as most people do, to escape. The news is there before the game. The news will be there after game. All right? They don't need to commingle. Just play the fucking game. Do all your shit after the game. Do your shit when you're not in your uniform. Be a social justice warrior when you're not at practice, when you're not playing the game.
One of the favorites of Chris's speeches is, great, now racism is ended because.
Racism over.
Right. Because we put, again, end racism at the back of the end zone. We lock arms at center court or center field or center ice. We have these things on our helmets or on our jerseys representing. That's great. But like I just said, it does nothing. It starts a conversation. I have a BA in history. The conversation was started a long time ago. You might remember the guy, big tall guy, huge hat.
I mean, did it
a couple of addresses?
I mean, yeah, does this stuff undo anything? No.
Jesus
Has it changed
Christ.
any policy? No. It does nothing. And when two middle-aged white guys sitting here talking, Are we not? Aren't we technically the customers of these leagues?
Pretty much.
Oh, it's just fucking annoying.
If, like I said, if a team or a league, God forbid, takes the time and the money and goes and pays and orchestrates change in the Congress of this country, then you have done something as a league, as an athlete, as an all-star. But coming on TV going, Black Power, Black Lives Matter, stop the injustice, does nothing.
Yeah, writing and
I just did it here in my own house. Exactly what they do on national TV. So does that mean I'm stopping and ending racism? I wasn't racist to begin with.
Writing end racism does just as much as writing something like end war. I have the same reaction. Okay,
It
cool.
does, you know what? It does as much as kill Whitey.
Yeah.
Somebody yelling kill Whitey or painting kill Whitey or writing it or white power.
I don't know.
Nazi flag.
You say kill Whitey around the wrong white people. I don't know. It might call
I'm
911 on you.
It does nothing.
A lot of soft white people out there.
You're exhibiting your opinion. Woo fucking who? Oh, well, come November. Come November what? You're going to vote for Biden? You're going to vote for Trump? You're going to vote third party? You're not going to vote at all. It doesn't fucking matter. This country is ran by special interests.
It's run by commerce.
And half of you can't afford to run and buy commerce.
Our Constitution should just say follow the money. And I'm fine with that.
Have two national anthems. Take a nap during it. Lay down. Stand up. Cry. Stay in the back locker room. I don't give a flying fuck.
Sporgy.
ChristopherMedia.net.
There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth. And as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast. And check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth. And always open at HomeDepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth. And as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast. And check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth. And always open at HomeDepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Yeah, this season I actually had little business cards made. Eric Rubino, Fantasy Baseball GM. You can keep that. Sure, the players are famous, but come game day, I decide their fate. What's that? Oh, you make $20 million? Well, I don't like your attitude. You benched! No, I'd never bench an all-star, but I could. That's also why I like Progressive's Name Your Price tool. With options based on my budget, they never throw me a curveball. That's a little baseball reference for you.
Get options based on your budget with Progressive, even if you're not a legend in your own mind. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth. And as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast. And check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth. And always open at HomeDepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
ChristopherMedia.net.
Sporgy.
You know, you hit on that two national anthem thing. That's inferring that one is the white national anthem when you call the other one the black national anthem?
Oh, don't get me started on privilege. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's for another show. It's called Unregimented.
Last time I checked, we're all the same country.
I'm just saying, don't go there. You want to go? I'll go there right now. BET, owned, Stars Black, Black National Anthem, NAACP, fraternities. I could do this all fucking day.
If you did it the other way, it would be deemed extraordinarily racist.
Black Lives Matter.
I'm with you. Yeah, you do White Lives Matter.
You're a fucking white nationalist racist.
You'll be sent to the cornfields. You did a good thing there, Billy.
I'm so tired of that shit, and it's not because I don't care, and it's not because I'm racist. It's because That's just horse shit.
It's
That's racism.
fake. That's my problem with it. It's fake. It's just there to it's giving a baby a pacifier. Here, fine. You want this? Fine. They don't they don't mean it. They're just doing it so people will shut up and their money can keep rolling in.
People can listen to this podcast and you'll think in your own mind, folks. It's the exact same thing in your own lives. People care when it's convenient for them to care. I don't care if your dog died, your wife died, your dad died. I don't care if you filed bankruptcy. You call your friends, and if they're not busy, if they don't have their own shit going on, if their kids aren't in trouble or something going on with them, they'll get a chance and they'll come care for you. If they do, they'll be like, sorry to hear about that. Hey, I gotta go. It's the same shit with this Black Lives Matter bullshit. People care when it's convenient for them to care.
I mean,
there's a parade and a protest tomorrow. I can do that. Yeah, no, I have the day off. It's cool. Oh, somebody just got shot by the cops. Yeah, I gotta work until 5. Go hold a sign for me. Wait, fuck.
Well, look at I think it was last week that ambush in Compton. And I think it was the LA County Sheriff challenged LeBron James to help to put up some money for that reward.
Yep.
You know what the answer was?
I do.
That's the answer from LeBron. He's asked to put his money where his mouth was. Fucking nothing. So, yeah, no, you're right. And again, I'm going to use this example a lot. But Dan Snyder, perfect example of what you just said. He didn't care till something made him care. Oh, time to care now. It's going to be hard as fuck to find a new stadium sponsor in the middle of this COVID thing. Better just fucking keep them happy. But the people who are pushing for it, they only care that they got their way. And again, they don't care why. Like my whole thing with all this is like your motivations should be there. If your motivations are there just to shut the crowd up, then it's hollow. It's fake.
I don't know what sports is trying to prove or disprove. I don't understand how they let themselves.
Well, look at the Bubba Wallace thing.
Oh, you want to talk about Bubba Wallace? Are you talking about the new owner, Denny Hamlin, white, Michael Jordan, black?
Well, I just meant
Bubba
more.
Wallace?
Look at his noose incident. Right, really wasn't a thing, but the fact that it was a thing on social media for a day. Oh my! All of the virtue signaling came out. All of the end hate motherfuckers. All of the people like, let me send this tweet so people can see how not racist I am. And it ended up being like, it was a fucking garage pull down. That's in a few other fucking raceways. Cause that's kind of what they do.
Yeah, it was just a handle. It was a noose. It's a noose if you're that racist.
If you're looking for a noose, it's a noose. But it's also a fucking pull down because there's no handle on the door. So they fashioned one.
And you know what? Maybe it was a noose, dude, but it wasn't a noose for Bubba Wallace.
Yeah, it wasn't like somebody figured out, the black driver's going to be in this stall. I'm sending a message. Right. No.
They just learned that this knot's not going to come undone when I pull down on the door.
Yeah.
But no, that's not this country right now. It's a noose, and it's because of the black driver in the stall. But yet now a black man and a white man own the team that Bubba Wallace is driving for. So happens the black man is Michael Jordan.
There are a couple age groups out there that think the calendar says 1920. Like no reference to history at all. No. It is definitely not 1920. It is definitely 2020,
and the fucking millennials have grown up and are fostering these new fuckers that are growing up with a way, way more skewed view. It's not just that you're special, all right? You're right no matter what. And if anybody agrees with you, you can use any IST, or ISM, ISM, to disagree with them. And they'll shut up because you've called them a name and you're right.
Well, it's something Rich talks about all the time, too. It's also a couple of age groups that think nothing in history happened before they were born.
It's not that it didn't happen. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter to them, because it didn't happen while they were alive. Which, that's some narcissistic-ass thinking, you ask me. Well, it didn't happen while I was alive. Doesn't matter. Kind of does.
Yeah, the Jewish thing happening in World War II, yeah, that doesn't matter because now they're racist against black people.
Well, think about if we had that when we were growing up. Oh, Civil Rights Act of 1964 didn't happen while we were alive. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Because that would have caused a lot of problems in my high school.
Yeah, where I went, there have been a lot of fights in my high school. I don't know about yours.
In a hurry.
Maybe some shootings. I don't know.
Yeah, we wouldn't be talking about athletes protesting, I can promise you that. But you know what? You just brought up a good point. There was no school shootings when I was in high school. None.
Well, there were. They weren't given as much press, and they didn't happen as much. We didn't have agitation propaganda in the form of the internet amping us up all, when we went home from school though either. That's why I think half the school shootings are coming from now. You got these kids that just sit on the internet and see all this shit that just agitates them and riles them up and agitates them and riles them up. Whereas us,
right, and their favorite athlete is behind them.
Whereas us, we're the same age-ish. We're same age group. After school was just a quest for hanging out with your friends and getting fucked up. We actually hung out with actual people, and it was all just a quest to find someone who could get us alcohol and to find some weed. And then when you got a little bit of, and then maybe when you got past freshman year, getting laid creeped in there too.
I was doing that in junior high.
But now it's just whatever. It's I think that's half the problem is, you just go home, you never get offline. You're constantly looking at shit that, watch that Social Dilemma movie, dude. They get into the science of what the fucking internet is doing to us, and half that shit is made to make us do exactly what we're doing.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you like this. For the listeners that are listening, that's how we feel about the social justice bullshit. Your Black Lives Matter and everything, keep it on CNN. I don't give a fuck. Let me watch sports. Back to sports.
We are not saying Black Lives don't matter. We are saying, keep the politics. Fine, fuck it. We're saying stick to sports, right? Do all that shit when you're done playing. Yep. Put it this way. If I go out to eat, I don't want to know who my fucking server is voting for. I don't care. Just bring me my fucking hamburger. But anyway, we said back to sports.
Yep.
I think we beat on the NBA enough. How about the NHL?
No. NBA. Oh. Michael Jordan.
Oh, well, yeah. Michael Jordan getting in the NASCAR game. Duh. I mean, he's from North Carolina.
Yeah, but like I was saying while we were ranting, he's with Denny Hamlin.
So that means he just wants to win.
True, but his driver is Bubba Wallace. Okay, all right, it's a NASCAR thing, dude. Let me put it into something that you can understand. Right now, Michael Jordan just recruited today's AP.
What?
Adrian Peterson.
Like Hall of Fame running back?
Yeah, but to drive his car today, not his Hall of Fame career, not in his heyday, not in his prime, today's AP.
Oh, you're saying Bubba, but isn't Bubba Wallace like 25? Isn't he not that?
But that's how good of a driver he is.
What, that he's already past his prime?
He doesn't have...
today's AP, I'll show you a Lion game. You sure you want to make that comparison?
He's decent. He's mid to back of the pack at best. Yeah, this is one of those things you have to watch the races. Bubba Wallace isn't an impact driver. The only impact he's had is the fact that he's a black driver. That's like trying to say that Danica Patrick could drive. Yeah, she could drive. Could she win races? Could she win a cup? No. The biggest impact she had is she's a woman driver in NASCAR.
She had titties and you wanted to have sex with her.
That's about it.
Aaron Rodgers did.
Like, you're looking at her and like, go daddy, go daddy. Yeah. Oh wait, I'm daddy. Come here.
I think too wasn't she? She was the first woman driver in NASCAR, right? But not the first woman driver. Wasn't she the first attractive woman driver? Period. Wasn't that part of the thing too?
Well, it wasn't that. It was.
Weren't the other women drivers pretty fucking butch looking?
Well, Sherry Muldowney wasn't really a looker, but she wasn't exactly ugly. But John Force's daughter also raced funny car, and she is a looker. She's hot as hell. But with Danica Patrick, she was racing an Indy car.
Yeah.
and then came in to drive for NASCAR.
From what I understand, she lit it up in Indy and then was the skunk at the picnic in NASCAR.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. That's about how you could put it.
Like, to me, I'd just be like, I'm gonna go back to Indy where I was doing better. That's what I would have done, but there's probably more money in it for NASCAR.
There probably was. I look at it as cold trickle from Days to Thunder. They were looking for a driver. I lost my ride, so here I am. Okay, Danica, hop in.
But yeah, so you're saying Michael Jordan, you think it's tokenism? Just, hey, black owner, black driver. It doesn't matter how good he is?
Well, it's ironic. I'm not going to say coincidental. I'm going to say it's ironic to me that he hired Bubba Wallace because Michael Jordan is a win guy. You know what I mean? You saw the dance, right?
Bits and pieces. Like I told you, like half
The
of those stories. It's like, yeah, I remember this. Like, I lived it.
Right, but you saw Michael Jordan behind the scenes. He was 100% win no matter what.
Well, he's a competitor.
Scotty, sorry about your career. Sorry about your contract. BJ, take care, have fun. Thanks for playing. He just was straight on win.
He's Al Davis. He was just win, baby.
Win, baby, win. Yes. And with that mentality and that thought process, you would think he'd want the best chance to win with his driver in his car, right?
Yeah, but with Denny Hamlin, Denny Hamlin's still racing, right? Last time I checked, he's pretty badass.
An owner, dude. He's not a driver. He's an owner of that car.
Yeah, but he's still an active driver, correct?
Yeah, he's still an active driver.
And one of the best, correct?
And one of the best, correct.
Yeah, so maybe that's Jordan's competitive. Like, yeah. Are you allowed to be a driver owner? Or do you got to be one or the other?
No, you could drive and own. It doesn't matter.
What's up, Tony
Stewart's done it. And I mean, a lot of people have done it.
He bought the team with the winner, and Bubba's probably just, we need a black guy.
Dude, Denny Hamlin is part owner with Jordan on that team. He's not the driver of the car.
Oh, there's no plans for him to be the driver?
No, Bubba Wallace is the driver of the car.
Well, that just seems dumb. I would just look at their records and go, hey, you win all the time. You don't. You're driving.
Denny Hamlin's still going to be driving, dude. His own car, the FedEx car.
So wait, he's going to own a team but drive for another team?
Do you see where I'm heading with this?
The fuck?
It's starting to look like shake and bake in real life. Bubba, push Denny. Bubba, take this person out.
For some reason that feels racist.
Thank you.
Well, the black guy's got to be the hitman?
So you see where I'm at with this, dude? I couldn't believe that. I thought he wanted to be a competitor and actually go for the Winston or Monster Cup or whatever the fuck it's called now.
Yeah, the blank cup, the whoever's going to sponsor it this year.
Yeah, the Nextel Cup, the Sprint Cup, the Monster Cup.
I remember it was a big fucking deal when it stopped being the Winston. It was like the Winston Cup for decades, wasn't it?
Ever since it came out, it was the Winston Cup.
And then cigarettes became bad.
Yeah, horrible.
So then
you can't sponsor anything.
Then it became the cell phone cup, and now it's what, the energy drink cup?
It's coming soon, the Red Bull Cup.
So still an energy drink, different one.
Well, they went.
How long till it's the tampon cup?
I know, right? Oh, who did that? The Blue Collar Comedy Tour said, "What happens if Tampon sponsors NASCAR?" Yeah, and the Tampax car just burned through those 4 rubbers like it was nothing. They were going in and out. And
that sounds like a Foxworthy joke, was it?
Yeah, it was badass, yes. I was dying. It was a Foxworthy joke. But yeah, dude, I mean, when I think of Jordan, I think of winning, period, end of file. And getting into NASCAR, I thought he was going to go for the gold, and yeah, no. Bubba Wallace, all racist jokes and pull downs aside, the man can drive, but he's not going to be a front runner. He never has.
Hey, you got Michael Jordan's budget behind you now. Maybe Michael places a few bets and things happen. It's crazy.
Maybe Denny Hamlin does push the black man. Is that where you're at?
Possibly. Shake
and bake, baby.
Maybe Michael Jordan's like Marcellus Wallace. Like, in the 5th, your ass goes down. Never know.
I'm gonna some hard pipe hitting niggas.
Yeah.
go to work on homeboy here.
Hey, speaking of black people, let's talk about hockey.
I have a hard time talking about hockey right now for one reason.
Why is that?
The Stars are in the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, it's Minnesota and who?
No, it's the Stars in Tampa.
Oh, God damn it. That's how old I am. I still call the Stars the Minnesota. It's Dallas and Tampa, yes.
Dallas, yes.
They moved like 20 years ago. I still think they're the Minnesota North Stars. Every time I see Stars, I just think Minnesota. So,
oh, why can't Rich be here for this? He would tear you a new asshole.
But I mean, any surprises? Well, I guess Tampa Bay is saying, hey, Stevie Y, doesn't matter. We're still here.
Well, and Rich, I'm defending Rich here. Rich would say, yeah, but that's still the team that Stevie built.
The thought came into my head as soon as I finished the sentence. I'm like, yeah, well, he built the team.
Built the damn team, right. So, yeah, you're right. No surprise. And what are we going to do when this is done? I don't know, because Stevie's gone. Shit. And not for nothing, some people are loyal to the GM. Stevie might recruit some people into the Wings organization.
Oh, he's got to do something. I know it was his first year. But I guess, well, too, we weren't that bad, but we weren't great. We were better than the year prior.
The problem you have with the Wings is the same problem people had with the Washington Wizards. When Michael Jordan moved over there, you're thinking, Michael Jordan, basketball, win, win, win. There's a mess there. And there's a lot to work through. And there's a lot you have to clean up and recruit and everything else.
Well, Yzerman, in his defense, he did say, like, when he came, he's like, this ain't going to be overnight.
Exactly.
He did lay that groundwork, like, this ain't happening in one season.
No, I think, and if Rich was here, I think he'd say the same thing. Give that man 5 seasons and see where the Wings what they look like. Give him some draft picks, give him some recruiting, some trading ability. Just give him time.
Isn't the standard in sports 3 seasons?
I thought it was 5, but
it seems to be the new standard. I mean, it is if you
it's the new standard. You got 3 and you're out.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's like 3, you're out. Fuck it.
Well, I mean, we'll get to it in a minute, but look at Matt Patricia, right? We've had 3 seasons of bullshit. Well, two. I should say this is his 3rd season, and there's already talk about he ain't gonna make it through. We'll get to that. But it seems with football, baseball, just the pattern I've noticed, it seems you get 3 seasons. Unless you're Jim Harbaugh.
Well, like I said, though, the problem I have with hockey is because the Dallas Stars are back in the Stanley Cup, and my boy, Eddie Belfour, ain't with them anymore, so
he's ain't been 900 years old, if he wouldn't be.
Yeah, I know. But that's the only other time they went to the Cup.
Do you think Dallas... We know Tampa Bay deserves to be there. Do you think Dallas deserves to be there? Or
100.
Okay.
100.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no.
So it wasn't like they took advantage of the break and just played their ass off? Like they still had that good team?
Even if they took advantage of the break, Chris, Tampa Bay is built for the Cup. But it's like the New York Yankees going to the playoffs or going to the World Series. You're like, well, fucking duh, Steinbrenner, how you doing? Tampa Bay is just like that. They're bought and paid for through and through. They're meant to be. If they weren't there, it'd have been a shock. Okay, but somebody like Dallas to go to the Cup, I mean, that's like, stunning. It's like, where the fuck have you been? Because seriously, since 2000 and Eddie Belfour and them, they haven't been anywhere. They're a step up of the Coyotes.
It has been a long time since you said the words Dallas and playoffs and you weren't talking about the Mavericks or the Cowboys.
Right.
So
no, they definitely earned their spot. They weren't giving shit.
But I think money's on Tampa Bay, right?
Definitely.
I'm a peripheral hockey fan at best, and I can tell you Tampa Bay should win.
Most definitely.
I know enough to know that they've got quite the hockey team. Didn't they win last year? Would this be a repeat? No, they didn't. That's why. And then what? Fuck. Again, we're back to time has lost all meaning. I can't even remember. It was hard for me to remember who won the Super Bowl here until they started reminding us in the NFL. Like, oh yeah, Kansas City. Like that's 20.
Fortunately, unfortunately, I live here. I get reminded every day.
Hell yeah. Hey, at least you live around a winner. Oh, that's right. The Blues. were last year's champions.
Yeah.
That was, oh my God, that was last year? It seems like 3 years ago. Yeah, that was with Brett Hull getting all hammered and singing Gloria.
Yes.
That was last year. That does not seem like last year.
No, you're right. It does seem like 3 years ago. I ain't going to lie about it.
Oh my God. Well, I guess they're not repeating, huh?
No.
Nope. So, well, I guess it seems like we said all we said. Let's move into the baseball before we get in.
The Blues broke up their team. They do what every championship does.
Well, yeah, everyone gets a championship. They want to get paid, right? All right, see ya.
It's exactly it. Happened in Golden State, kind of. The core's still there, though.
Mm-hmm. And let's move into baseball before we get into the NFL. The only league that seems to be operating normally, surprisingly.
Huh.
Baseball playoffs start next week. Baseball moving into the bubble for the playoffs, which, why now? I figure the time for you to move into a bubble was in the first couple of weeks when you had like 2 or 3 teams with the COVID. Now I figure at this point, why?
Dude, I give up. Right below, and I mean like literally the foundation of under Black Lives Matter is this COVID bullshit. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
The one thing to the NBA's credit, to me, they showed you how you should do sports during COVID. That is the one thing that. How many NBA positive COVID tests have you heard about? 0.
Yeah, dude. But Notre Dame just canceled their games or something because 9 players got tested positive.
But college is a different story than the pros because the pros have skin in the game. There's a salary on the line. You know, the pros too, they're old.
Easy.
They
old. Can make money now.
Yeah, but no, they can't. Not till college. They're not getting paid till like 2024. But the pros, they got skin in the game, and they're not 18 to 22. They're not going out and partying like the college. Half the problem, the problem with the college teams isn't them getting together and playing. It's what they're fucking doing after practice. All right. My fucking nephew is playing high school football. He's been going to practice for a fucking month and a half. They just played a game. You're not hearing about COVID running through their fucking team because when he's not at practice, they're on online school. They're not getting together in school and hanging out. They're not all getting together and partying on the weekend. You know, like the problem with college campuses is you're getting people 18 to 22 together and I'll tell them like, hey, be cool. No, 18 to 20. All you want to do when you're 18 to 22 is find your friends, get fucked up and fuck something.
So you're saying they're not hanging out on a yacht with, OBJ?
No, because the pros are. Did you watch like the first week of the NFL? Other than all the racism and bullshit, they went into a lot of the COVID protocols that they have in the league, and you're not going to hear about the COVID. First of all, everyone's got on this crazy watch that can tell them who they've been around and all this. Everyone gets tested every fucking day. Like there's so many protocols in the NFL and college. You know, one of the reasons the Big Ten came back, I thought we were talking about baseball, was because there's now this everyday test, you know, that they can do. But at the same time, you can only control them when they're at the practice facility. Like they're in college. They're going to go do in college things. And that's half the fucking problem. Notre Dame shut down, what was it, back in August?
I'll have to buy another one.
Because of COVID, you know, and now that's happening and they're getting together on campus and they're partying and then they're coming to practice and they're spreading it around. But I don't understand why. I get why pro football isn't in the bubble, but I think that's how we got into college football. Just do fucking bubble, you know? We're finally starting to shatter the facade of the quote unquote student athlete. All right. Keep them in the bubble, have them go to school remotely, and you're not going to have this fucking problem.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they are still students, and you're not going to keep all these students in a fucking bubble. I mean, you're talking some teams, we were talking about that before, are 150 strong. Yeah, no.
Online school, baby.
They're not going to listen, dude. It's a different generation, even from millennials.
Well, the thing is you can't financially penalize them yet. What happened in the NBA, right? You had that one guy, what was the guy who left the bubble for the chicken wings? He got a huge fine. You had which you file this under, I hope that piece of pussy was worth it. The guy who got sent home for letting the contact tracer into his hotel room and then got, as soon as they found out, you're fucking done. See ya. Those guys at least had, there was penalties for their behavior. Penalties that mattered. Yeah, what are you going to do to people you're not paying?
Slap them on the wrist?
Yeah, just tell them, please don't leave the bubble.
Get a paddle. Go back to the old school.
Because that's the thing is you bitch about them being able to make money. I bet you once that shows up, you're going to be able to regulate their behavior a little bit more.
A hell of a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Your school's already paid for with your scholarship. Now you're going to be able to get the side money for doing this shit. Yeah, you're going to sit up straight and yes sir, no sir.
Yeah. Hey, you violate COVID protocol. Guess what? 10 grand. You'll be able to do that kind of shit. So,
but I don't have any contracts. Then your ass better not move, huh?
Sporgy. ChristopherMedia.net.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
Oh, hi. Okay, guess we should talk about something. Kind of tough to be put on the spot. Not sure what to say. But I know what I'm definitely not talking about. Drivers who switch to Progressive could save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
At Jewelers Mutual, we're a little obsessed with jewelry. Obsessed like auctioneers with talking fast.
50, we're gonna fit sold.
Pop stars with auto-tune. And dentists with asking questions.
How did he propose?
After they've put their hands in your mouth.
Great.
Yes, we've made jewelry our obsession for over 100 years. We love it so much we named our kids Ruby, Amber, and Opal.
Venti soy latte for Opal?
At Jewelers Mutual, we insure jewelry and only jewelry, which is why people who are also obsessed with jewelry trust us with theirs.
There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth. And as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast. And check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth. And always open at HomeDepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
ChristopherMedia.net.
Sporgy.
Baseball. Because we were talking about the bubble. We got onto this. Understand.
The funniest thing about baseball with COVID is there was nobody in the stands. Nobody in the stands. And yet they still had a full bench brawl.
Right?
I was like, for what?
Well, because that's the thing is we only got to see a limited, one of the winners of COVID-19, the Houston Astros, right? Because we only got to see like limited blowback on all that cheating shit. What was it, right at the beginning? So many of their people were getting hit, were being thrown at.
Yep.
This mitigated a lot of that damage. But still,
did they tell you this sign? Thwack.
COVID didn't shrink that chip on the shoulder for a lot of those teams, though.
No, it didn't.
I think that's why you saw things like that. But the playoffs are a week away. Looking at the races here, Detroit Tigers, none of them. Like it looks like if they started today, American League, you get the Rays, Blue Jays, White Sox, Indians. How long till that name's changed, by the way? Athletics and Astros, Twins and Yankees. And then in the National League, you get the Dodgers, Brewers, Braves, Reds, Cubs, Marlins. Padres and Cardinals.
Chris, I thought about that. You can't change the Cleveland Indians. You can change the moniker and the mascot and all that shit, but you can't change the name.
Why's that?
Because if you change the Cleveland Indians, then you're going to have to change the Dallas Cowboys. And let me tell you something. Jerry Jones is not changing that name. I don't give a fuck how offended you are.
Now the Indians is going to be changed because now it's going to be pejorative because it was the wrong name. That I bet you the name Cleveland Indians by 2025 will no longer exist.
Okay, but I'm telling you, Cowboys and Indians, you can't change that and not change Cowboys.
Oh, the Cowboys, dude, they're in Texas. That's their out. Dude, we're Texas Cowboys. Fuck off. But any surprise here in the... Well, we've only seen 60 games,
None.
but any surprises? I mean, if I'm the Astros, like, well, hey, guess what? We're not cheating and we're still in the playoffs. Everyone can fuck off.
A little surprised that our boy is hurt, but...
Oh, Verlander?
Yep.
That's it. I'm telling you, because it's going to be this season. He's going to be out next year. I bet he gets a 1-year contract so he can retire in Detroit. Because when he comes out of... when he comes out of this injury, he's closer to 40 than 30, right?
Well, right, but everybody says they come out of Tommy John surgery throwing way better than they were when they went in.
He is 37 years old, which, goddamn, I remember when he was 19. But, no, that means when he comes out, when he's ready to play again, he's 39.
With a new elbow.
Yeah, but he's 39.
But its elbow isn't.
No, but the rest of his arm will still be 39.
But his elbow's where you get the torque. That's why he needs Tommy John surgery.
I don't know, man. I think this might be like...
No, this is going to be a Tom Brady theory. Just with Tom Brady he shouldn't have because he doesn't need it. He should have retired. But, dude, I'm telling you, Tommy John surgery refurbishes your elbow. It's like resurfacing the disc to play in your DVD player.
But, man, we're getting into Nolan Ryan territory with him coming back at 39.
Nolan Ryan could still strike you out when he retired.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing it as much as he was when...
Well, he wasn't the Nolan Ryan Express of old.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to watch Verlander Brett Favre it up. Even though everyone always argues Favre's last game was a playoff game, but still.
You're right. You're right. I said Tom Brady, definitely a Brett Favre moment. Because Brett Favre could still play. He shouldn't have, but he could still play. And Justin Verlander, I think, is going to be the same way. He could still play. Probably shouldn't, but he could still play. Sign
your 1-year contract, get back in the Tigers uniform, give your press conference, call it a career.
Go have your Sylvia Sisted Playmate of the Year.
Yeah, go have sex with Kate Upton anytime you want. Call it a career. I take that as a consolation prize. So, yeah. Any other thoughts on baseball? Any surprises on the National League side? I'd say the Padres.
Padres is definitely. I was going to say Padres. Took it right out of my mouth.
Weren't they a dumpster fire last year?
So much so. I'm like, damn, did Tony Gwynn get back in?
They're the 4th seed. Reds may be a surprise too, but didn't they make the playoffs last year? Just didn't go far?
Yeah, the Reds weren't that big of a surprise to me. Definitely Padres. I was like, where the hell did that come from?
Hey, what's in the American League? The A's managed to moneyball their way back into the playoffs.
Yeah, but they're facing the Dodgers, so nah.
Well, the A's are going to play the Astros if the playoffs started today. So yeah, you Astros are coming out of the National League in your opinion?
I don't see how they can't.
Hey, no, I will tell you, American League surprise, White Sox. The White Sox have been a pile of shit for like the last 10 years.
More than the Padres.
Who the fuck did the White Sox sign? Dude, the American League, the Central it's been us and the White Sox battling for last place, it seems like, for the last at least 5 years.
Yeah, but not because they weren't good, just everybody in our division was better.
Because it's been all Twins and, Indians. Yeah, it's been all Twins and Indians since like 2015.
They just had the talent and money, that's all.
Did they add anybody, or is this a team that is benefiting from the shortened season? Because for a while for a split second,
I think they're benefiting.
For a week, people were talking about, the Tigers might make the playoffs. But, I mean, that shit is long gone.
Well, yeah, but that's like when I said the Lions were going to win the game this week. And, well, where there's a lion, there's a loss.
You thought they were going to win at Lambeau?
What? No, Chicago.
Oh, you mean the first week?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're already in week 3, buddy. Oh, they signed Yasmani Grandal. Edward Encarnacion. He's still playing?
Shut up. They're in the playoffs.
I guess. Oh, they sound Dallas Keuchel. Gio Gonzalez. All right, so they made some moves in the offseason that we didn't talk about because of COVID.
Right.
Soon as spring training started, so did COVID.
Spring training started, we were like, oh shit, what's this virus? Wait, where did sports go? Son of a...
And this is the other sport that I didn't understand why they didn't have fans. Most of your shit's outside. Like all of the science coming back on this shit has said bunching up inside, no bueno. That's how you get the COVID. It's outside. Right. Spread people apart. It's outside.
It's like President Trump said. It's going to heat up. It'll kill the virus. Everything's kosher.
Yeah, right. What? It's just gonna go away.
It's going to vanish. It's going to do a magic trick.
No, but it seems once we've understood to not bunch up inside and wear masks, it seems like we've, quite honestly, I've been living my normal life since about the middle of July. It's just been with a mask on.
I wanted to go to a bar and karaoke so goddamn bad. I don't know who I am, but I can't.
That's the only thing that I still, I sat in a restaurant last week for the first time. But the restaurants were empty. But the one thing I won't do is I won't go to a bar. It's too close.
You know what?
Everyone's going to be... droplets will be flying around everywhere in the bar. I'm not down with a bar yet.
I told my wife, I said, look, I have eaten dirt. I've eaten my paint chips. If I die, when I die, it's not going to be because of a fucking air particle. You got it?
Huh. I will tell you, the bars are still on my no-fly list. Because, too, the more you drink, the more you don't give a fuck. People spit when they talk. I might be fine never going to a bar again.
Taste the...
What was that? Hello. Are you there? I think we lost the Iceman.
You did not lose me.
There you are.
You never lose me.
I heard taste and then you went away.
Oh, you go, taste the drink, and you taste the drink, and you're like, and now you both got COVID.
Yeah, man. Remember when the worst you had to worry about was a date rape? Someone put something in your drink and you went to the can?
Right. But if you had the right girlfriend with the right fingernail polish, she could put her finger in. If it changed colors, date rape drug.
Sounds very urban legendy.
No, that's a thing.
Oh, wow. Oh, there's like a date rape drug detector nail polish?
Nail polish, yes.
Oh, interesting.
If you feel you have been drugged, you can put your finger in, and if it changes colors, there's that date rape drug.
Oh, no shit.
No. Come on, I wouldn't shit you. You're my favorite turd. Oh. Talk about a callback. How you doing?
Well, hey, so before we get into the pros, Big Ten football coming back.
Oh, they're coming.
Can't wait.
Neither can they, apparently.
No, I never thought the Big Ten would be one of the quote unquote wokest leagues in college football. Like the Pac-12 all day. I'd buy the Pac-12 trying to outwoke every other football conference. But the Big Ten was a surprise.
After what they went through at Michigan State?
I really think part of the Big Ten's decision was U of M. I think a lot of that was a lot of that Block M influence. Because really, what other schools are in the conference? Wasn't Illinois,
I'm almost sure
Nebraska?
It was partly to do with Sparty. Because Sparty doesn't want to sit here with the stigma of when you think Michigan State, you think touching little kids and pedophiles.
Well, I'm trying to follow this bouncing ball.
The two biggest child endangerment issues was in the Big Ten with Penn State and Michigan State.
Yeah, but Penn State doesn't strike me as a woke school. Michigan State don't strike me as a woke school.
It's not about being woke. It's about what you think about when you think of Penn State and Michigan State. You want them to rethink that. You want them to think Sparty. You want them to think green and white. You want them to think football, basketball. For God's sake, Tom Izzo, how you doing? You don't want them to think pedophile, terrible school, harboring pedophiles, hiring nothing but stupid, ugly, old, touchy-feely men. And how do you do that? You get up and go play ball.
Do what Penn State did. You build a fucking kick-ass team and people forget about that shit.
Exactly my point. Saquon Barkley, how you doing?
Yeah.
How's Barkley doing?
Oh, we'll get to that.
Just saying.
But yeah, it's I'm sure the Pac-12 will be back because they did it all prematurely. They did it at the beginning of August. You just look at the SEC starts this week, man. Down there, they are fucking chomping at the bit or champing at the whatever you're supposed to fucking say. They don't give a shit. Even Ed Ogeron came out and said, "Yeah, our players have already had COVID. Big fucking deal. We're ready." Saban don't give a shit. Those people are ready down there. SEC, ACC, they don't give a shit. They were always playing.
The nukes could be flying, have less than 30 minutes to impact. The South would be like, okay, so who's winning the coin toss?
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Hell, even Auburn's going to have fans.
Oh, absolutely. And if you don't think Alabama's going to have fans, you're kidding somebody else, not me.
Well, I think they need bars can't be open in Tuscaloosa right now, so that fan thing might have to wait. But so it's excited for Big Ten football. At this point, not even going to play Michigan versus Michigan State. I'm just happy they're going to be playing. Harbaugh, sure he's on the 4-game season's going to be 4 games short, but I'm sure he's still on the hot seat.
Exactly, and everybody's looking at everybody now, going, "We've already lost 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
You're 0-4 coming into this."
But I like that they're still going to do. Everyone's like, "How are they going to do the college football play?" I'm like, they'll figure it out. They lost their tournament money this year. The NCAA will figure that shit out.
Damn right.
The one thing I like is there is going to be no break between you're not getting that break between Thanksgiving and New Year's, right? There's just going to be college football till fucking January, and it's going to be great.
Yeah.
So, shall we get into the pros?
All right. If you want to talk about the NFL, I got to say it first and foremost. Anybody who knows, you don't even have to know football. And when I say the name Gale Sayers, you had better know who the fuck I'm talking about. If you don't, take your ass to your nearest TV and watch Brian's song.
Get a box of tissues.
Get a box of tissues. And if you want to talk about unity, and you want to talk, and you actually care, you don't just want to be a fucking social justice warrior, you care about racism, and you care about equality, watch Brian's song. And you'll know who they are. They weren't the best players in the NFL. They weren't the most elite things on the planet, but I'm going to tell you what, that is one of the best stories you will ever see in your life. Now, the reason I bring that up is Mr. Gale Sayers has finally passed, and Brian's song has finally ended.
Remember when you hit me with those mashed potatoes? That was always a scene of unintended comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's an NFL giant, NFL legend. NFL Hall of Famer. Hey, he made it to 78.
Amazing.
What about CTE? Thought everybody died in their 50s.
Or committed suicide.
Well, he also did. Let's be honest. They were hitting a lot. They were hitting a lot less harder back in the day. Now they were hitting a lot crazier. You got away with a lot different kind of hits, but I guess it was back before all of this chemical alteration, so to speak.
Nah, bro, you got your screws crossed.
No, these were back when dudes like when it was about like, how do you gain weight? Eat like shit. Right? It wasn't like the guys now with I'm on the protein powder and I'm doing this kind of conditioning and blah, 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 blah.
That was definitely a steroid era, my friend.
That's true. It was before they were testing things.
Uh-huh. And if you don't think Dick Butkus would hit you hard, you're looking at the wrong film.
But that's
Singletary.
But that's also when they would do crazy shit after they hit you, like stomp on your hand.
Yeah.
Twist. Yeah, they knew your finger was bothering you. They'd give it a fucking twist.
And if your finger wasn't bothering you, they give it a fucking twist.
Right.
Because it is now. Yeah, Vander Holyfield in Unnecessary Roughness, when he gets back on the prison bus, he's like, turns around, I think I ate a finger. Yeah, that type of shit. I Another thing, we had to open it up with Gale Sayers passing. Sorry about that, guys, and not sorry all at the same time. Watch the film. But leading to that, injuries, dude. Injuries is the thing of the National Football League. We're 2 weeks in, and some of the biggest names in the NFL are out.
Which, if you listen to the Fantasy Hack, which me and JR have been doing, we called that in our fucking first episode of the year. It was like, there is no substitute for getting hit. There's going to be a ton of fucking injuries early. And there is, because let's be honest, September's the preseason, right? Even though it counts. Right. To me, the month of September is the NFL preseason this year.
Yeah, and a lot of people are coming up lame.
Saquon. See ya!
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Jimmy Garoppolo's out.
I'm officially hopping off the Saquon Barkley hype train. Durability, man.
I'm not.
Second season in a row.
He didn't have his preseason. He didn't get a chance to get it in. He'll be fine. Trust me when I tell you he'll be fine. However, Tyrod Taylor's injured, and he had ribs injury, and a developing story as we're taping this here, sitting here on Wednesday. Tyrod Taylor's lung was punctured during an injection by the team doctor Sunday.
Oops.
He was trying to administer painkillers for the broken ribs and punctured the motherfucker's lung.
Whoops.
Can't you just tell the motherfucker, hey, look, you're not starting? Herbert is.
Yeah, right.
You had a puncture the brother's lung?
Hey, you'll get paid to chill. It'll be all right.
Yeah, we are. We just talked about how much they're going to make if they don't play.
But how about Justin Herbert?
How about Justin Herbert?
That kid's got nuts.
His nuts are screwed on tight.
He stood down at Super Bowl champions in the fourth quarter, gave no shits. Now, you could argue he didn't get a touchdown, but no, he did not look scared. Plus, two, smart football, he ate up most of that fucking quarter with that drive. They think they said they had the ball for like almost 11 minutes of the quarter.
Yep.
Just stood those motherfuckers down. The Chiefs defense. It's like, what? Never looked scared. I think Tyrod's finding himself out of a job again.
I'll tell you this. His balls are screwed on tight, not just because of how he stood and played and his NFL IQ, but he ran the ball a few times and got hit by some serious linebackers. He didn't slide.
I think this is going to be the beginning of a youth. I keep wanting to call him San Diego, by the way. They've been gone for, 3 years? I think we're going to be seeing a beginning of a youth movement here with the Chargers. To start with Justin Herbert, it's going to continue with Joshua Jackson. And honestly, I think Keenan Allen's days are numbered. I think it's
really.
Dude, without Phillip thrown to him, he looks like hot garbage.
Keenan Allen's still catching balls, man. He's still a great receiver.
Yeah, but I think the youth at quarterback and running back is going to maybe, if I'm the coach, going, hey, let's.
Well, it's like you said, give him a couple weeks, man. There's got to be chemistry. It's a thing. You said it, not me. And he's been throwing with Rivers forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was throwing with Tyrod Taylor. And then all of a sudden he's got Herbert. Give him a minute.
Fair enough.
Timing. He's got to have some timing.
I'll give you that. But, we're talking about it. We're in the NFL. Let's talk about chemistry. The comment you're talking about is talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think they're going to be just fine. I think they're going to be in the playoffs. I think that offensive unit has been together for a matter of weeks. As far as with Tom Brady at the head of it, I think he's got a killer receiver core with Godwin and Evans.
And Gronk.
Gronk
didn't even have anything the first week, man. What's up with that?
But he needs, I think, but you know what? I'm throwing shade at him. I think he needs a couple more weeks, too. The man hasn't played football in 2 years. Let him get back into the groove. I think, too, Tampa Bay has added Tampa Bay finally has a starting running back.
Shady?
No. Fournette.
And Fournette. Either one. Pick one.
Shady's your goal line guy. It's Shady. That's what Shady's, except for that one season in Philly, Shady is a goal line back.
Okay.
So I think Tampa Bay has got themselves an offensive unit. I think they'll be fine. Let some of that chemistry form. The first game of the year that they played against the Saints, how long has that offensive unit with the Saints been together? At least 3 years, maybe 4.
Fuck, I'll ever.
Yeah, with Kamara, Michael Thomas, Drew Brees. Like, those motherfuckers have been together for a while. Even
the biggest talk was the tight end for the Chargers. Waller?
No, that's the Raiders, son.
Oh, Raiders, my bad.
Waller the baller?
Yeah. I guess he had some issues with some substances.
Oh, yeah, my man was pretty much trying to drum himself out of the NFL, and he got his shit together.
Boy, did he ever.
And now he looks like he
can play.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be the pass catcher in, almost at Oakland, in Las Vegas this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because their best hope at wide receiver is a rookie. This was Henry Ruggs.
Right.
But the Raiders' offense this year is going to be all about Waller and Josh Jacobs. Yeah, and it looks like the Raiders got themselves a team. I mean, they're 2-0.
I mean, yeah.
And
they did beat the Saints.
Yeah, and one of the teams they beat was good. But let's see. What other surprises? San Francisco. Hey, guess what? We're not seeing the Super Bowl this year, guys. Sorry.
No, you're done, son.
Well, your
defense is decimated. Your offense is hurt.
Well, you talk about injuries. Jimmy G, Raheem Mostert, whoever's supposed to catch the ball, which that's a need they didn't fill after Emmanuel Sanders left. That's a problem. They don't have a receiver.
Nick Bosa. See you later.
Nick Bosa. Peace. Have fun being back at the bottom of the barrel.
That's why they picked Joey instead of Nick. Ooh.
Yeah. The Giants look like they're going to be a shit pile again.
Yeah, especially without Saquon.
Yeah, bringing in the ghost of Devontae Freeman.
You got to do something.
Yeah, because their answer ain't going to be Wayne Gallman. Tell you that. Especially last year the answer could be Wayne Gallman because Saquon was only out for a few weeks, but he's fucking done. He is officially in the see you next season pile.
Yep.
Tell you another team where it looks like it's getting late early. Houston.
Yeah. Yeah, you should have never let your wide receiver go.
Hey, Antonio Brown sitting around waiting for a team to call him Houston.
For real.
Like, that's Houston's biggest problem is there's this big DeAndre Hopkins-sized hole in their receiving core.
That can be filled very well by Brown.
You just paid Deshaun Watson almost the same amount of money that motherfucking Mahomes got. He can't catch the ball, too. Their top pass catcher is
got such a fucking core, dude. Jesus.
Yeah. Houston's top pass catcher, Will Fuller. Ooh. Like that.
Yeah.
That team.
Your tight end. Yeah.
They managed to breathe life back into David Johnson. Jets look like they're going to just continue to be a shit pile.
It's the Jets.
Carolina's just given up.
Jets sucks.
Yeah. Carolina, Cam Newton went away. They're like, well, fuck it. And now with no CMC for at least 3 games,
you're all done, son.
Yeah.
Sporgy. ChristopherMedia.net.
Nya. Babue, Zimbabwe. The broken Bunsen burner burns so bright. Southeast Asian Peninsula.
Hey, Jamie?
Yes?
I think the only line we need from you today is drivers who switch to Progressive could save big.
Cool. I just gotta finish my warm-ups. Foul, throw in the towel. History.
Switch to Progressive today.
Santa ski slalom in a salmon skin suit.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
ChristopherMedia.net. Sporgy.
Denver, bye-bye. No Drew Lock.
No linebacker.
Yeah, Von Miller. Bye-bye. Hey, if you're Melvin Gordon, you went to the right place. There's going to be a lot of just give it to Gordon in Denver.
Pretty much.
Let's see. I have no idea how Chicago's 2-0. Chicago is horrible.
You know what, though? They are, but they're not at the same time. It looks like they play rope-a-dope football. Seriously, Chicago does what Kansas City does. Let the opposing team burn themselves out early and come in and knock the fuck out of them at the end of the fourth quarter.
That's the thing. Chicago's playing rope-a-dope and they don't have an uppercut.
They don't need one.
Allen Robinson. Ooh, the guy who wants to be traded.
They don't need a knockout punch, boss.
David Montgomery,
The other
who's
team
supposed to have
won
been a
the
thing
fuck
for
out.
3 seasons and ain't shit. And I'm not.
Dude, I'm talking about the toilet bowl, and you're making me defend them.
I'm not buying their 2-0 record. I'm just not.
Well, one of them is against the fucking Lions. Give me a break.
Yeah. Let's see.
But that's what they do. It's like saying you don't buy Kansas City. They play rope-a-dope. Watch the game. They sit there and they wait.
Yeah, but
and they wait. How do you piss Kansas City off? Number 1, you take the lead. Number 2, you hit their quarterback.
But they have a knockout punch in the form of a man named Patrick Mahomes.
Dude, they have a fucking huge combo.
Yeah, they got Mahomes, they got Hill, they got Edwards-Helaire. Like
Kelsey.
Yeah, Chicago didn't have. Which, by the way, Kelsey, I see every time I watch Kansas City play. Like there are 21 other large dudes on that field, and Kelsey's bigger than all of them. That guy is just fucking big.
He's massive.
He makes
Yes, he is.
dudes that are fucking, compared to you and me, are just large. He makes them look like average size.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just give that guy a fucking gold jacket now.
Pretty much. Yeah, he's got the Super Bowl. He's got it all.
Let's see. Atlanta. Let's talk about Atlanta. Whew. Nice collapse.
Yeah, I didn't really want to talk about Atlanta because I was like, what are you
No, because we're going to start getting into coaches who are on the hot seat. Dan Quinn's one of them, man. Dan Quinn's got some shit to figure out real quick because it's not like they don't have weapons. You still got Julio. Without Julio, you still got Calvin Ridley. Russell Gage looks like he's going to be a thing. You're fine with people catching the ball. You upgraded at tight end with Hayden Hurst. You got Todd Gurley as your fucking running back. What the fuck, Atlanta? Atlanta should have at least been competitive in that. Atlanta pulled the Detroit Lions. They didn't finish.
No.
They pulled.
But that's becoming their MO. Looking back at the Super Bowl. You had them by 21 points late in the third, and they lost? What?
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl. That's their MO.
Now, I know there's.
It's you know who I blame for Atlanta? Matt Stafford, because Stafford and Matt are friends. Matt Ryan and Stafford are friends.
I get, but
they do the same thing. They come out swinging and they're up big and they're like, "Yeah, look at us. Look at it. Where is it going? Wait, hold on. Grab the rope. Fuck."
Now there's other teams I want to talk about, but we can't talk about coaches on the hot seat. Which you know where I'm going with this.
I do know where you're heading.
Honolulu blue and silver.
The one thing I will always argue is a defensive coordinator does not make a good head coach.
11 in a row, Lions fans. We have lost 11 games in a row.
The defensive coordinator knows how to stop the ball. He does not know how to run the entire team.
And I'm sorry.
He doesn't know how to move it. He doesn't know how to counter it. He doesn't know anything else other than how to stop it. And this motherfucker was a product of a system because he doesn't even know how to stop a goddamn ball.
And that team in Phoenix you're about to play on Sunday ain't the team from Phoenix the last 2-3 years. You're about to get your ass handed to you.
There are.
All right, D-Hop and Kyler Murray looks like they're going to be one of the hot tandems in the NFL this year.
And here's the problem. Stop him, I dare you, because Larry Fitzgerald is on the other side. And even in his
55-year-old Larry Fitzgerald.
And even his old ass is still better than what you got, Lions.
And we saw last year you had Kenyon Drake out of Miami. He's worth the shit. Plus, you got that Arizona defense. Arizona's defense, as much as the shit piles they've been in the last 5 years, their bright spot's always been in their defense. Arizona's got a team this year. And they're going to rape you in the middle of the desert on the 50-yard line on Sunday. Especially with our secondary. Holy shit. Are we going to get lit up on Sunday? I don't think Patricia makes it through the year, the shit pile, I told you. I said it in the chat, and I'll say it on the microphone. The shit pile that is the Bears beat you. I don't see any wins coming this year if that's the case. This is going to be, unless we change up coaches in the middle of the season, this is going to be another Owen. I fucking guarantee that shit.
It doesn't inspire any hope. I can tell you that.
You signed the ghost of AP at running back.
And you look one of the best corners in the National Football League and Diggs.
Right. And in my opinion, Babytron on any other team, he's a number 2. First of all, he hasn't played a down of football yet, but let's be honest. He's a number 2 on any other team.
Galladay?
Yeah.
Yes.
He ain't a number 1. He's a number 1 because he's here. He's in Detroit. You put that motherfucker in Tampa Bay, maybe you're number 3.
Possibly.
You put him in Dallas, maybe you're number 4.
No, he'd definitely be a number 2. Mari Cooper than him.
I don't know. CeeDee Lamb looks like he's going to be a thing. He was great at Oklahoma.
He's got to get experience.
Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you put that motherfucker on Green Bay, he's number 2. Devontae Adams just looks at him like, that's cool.
Well, he's number 1 because Devontae Adams is hurt.
Yeah, but I'm just in general on the depth chart, pre-injury. Oh, you put that motherfucker on the Colts. He's behind T.Y. Hilton, in my opinion.
Yep. Well, here's the thing: you put him on the Chargers. Who's he behind?
Keenan Allen.
There you go.
Well, it's like we let go a coach who averaged 9 and 7. What's Patricia won like 3 games?
Yeah, but Patricia is a part of a system. He benefited from the system. Just like Tampa Bay and Brady.
Yeah, which I won't belabor too much. Talk about the system. Looks like it's going to be fine in New England. Cam looks like he's going to fit right the fuck in, and he's going to do half the shit himself. I'm sure Belichick's going, oh, somebody with size and mobile. Oh shit.
Oh, watch this.
Yeah.
Oh, he can actually scramble. He's not going to do the butt fumble. He's not going to do the tuck rule. Got it.
Like that's another guy who's on the hot seat. Looks like he's gonna be just fine. That's another team. Give him till October. You can already see like they almost beat the Seahawks. And Cam Newton looks like a different player. This looks like Cam Newton who wants to try. I don't think we've ever seen that. Like we actually saw Cam Newton put a team on his back in that Seattle game. Did you ever see that in Carolina?
2 to 3 years. I saw it in Carolina. Because he was going to the championship game against the Panthers, or against the Jaguars. I saw that Cam wanted to play and try. And then after that, it was, they're hitting me. They're pushing me down. They're making fun of me because I'm black. Shut up. Play football.
Either way, he's always entertaining to watch arrive.
Well, yeah, because he looked like the Mask.
Yeah, Rich. And what was it, Rich sent us a meme last year. He looks like a extra from a Medea movie.
He did look like an extra from a Medea movie.
The man's got style. But yeah, it looks like New England going to be surprised. It looks like Chucky has figured. I think we talked about Chucky's figured shit out with the Raiders.
It took him a minute, but he's got it. And it didn't take him a minute, and he didn't have it figured out. He had it figured out from the fucking beginning. I told you guys that.
He just needed his pieces.
No, he just needed to get to LV.
You just think he was playing possum in Oakland?
Yes, I do. You don't let Khalil Mack go for nothing. If you ain't got a plan, he had a plan, and now we're seeing his plan, and so far it's on.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Minnesota. All right. Okay. This is not going to happen. This is not going to happen often. You were right about Kirk Cousins.
Thank you.
Hey, he had Washington competitive for a minute. I thought when he had that awesome receiving core, he was going to be badass. Nope.
God, he sucks.
He's serviceable.
Not even,
He's
dude.
an upgrade for a lot of teams. I bet Washington would love to have him back.
No, Washington he's even won. Washington beat the shit out of Philly in first week.
I bet the Jets would take Kirk Cousins over Sam Darnold.
Over Sam Darnold, okay.
I bet Carolina would take Kirk Cousins. I don't think Teddy Bridgewater's getting you to the promised land.
No.
I bet you at this point Chicago would take Kirk Cousins.
Isn't Teddy Bridgewater in New Orleans?
No, he's the starting quarterback for Carolina.
I don't think so.
Yes, he is.
Don't make me look this up. You're gonna make me look it up.
He absolutely is. I know he is. No, the new backup in New Orleans is Captain Crablegs.
Oh yeah.
No, Teddy somehow fucking 5 years after he's been a rookie somehow found his way to a starting job.
What's that about?
What's that about is Carolina's accepted their rebuilding. We have CMC. Let's build around him. But let's see what other. Let's Cleveland. I'm calling it Baker Mayfield's a fucking bust.
Oh, Baker Mayfield is a bust.
You have all of that talent around you, and you still look like a big pile of shit.
Yeah, go make commercials and go into a booth somewhere, son, because you suck.
And I'm saying it too. Odell has been making quite a living off of one catch from 5 years ago. Where's that Odell?
He needs a quarterback, Hoss. Not for nothing. You got Odell on one side, his partner from LSU on the other side, and Jarvis Landry. You got Kareem Hunt and Chubb in the backfield, and you can't score a touchdown every fucking
You just
drive?
named the two best parts of the Cleveland offense, which, by the way, I've been saying this on the Fantasy Hack podcast. I'll say it here. Kareem Hunt's finishing the season elsewhere.
You think so?
Oh, there's enough running back vacancies. Kareem Hunt. Dude, Cleveland has Cleveland, in my opinion, has two RB1s. You watch them play? Look at last Thursday. They each had two touchdowns and like 200 yards?
Thunder and lightning.
Cleveland has two RB1s. Someone's gonna be like, what video? We want to fucking win. Someone's gonna lure Kareem Hunt away. I guarantee it. Him or Chubb.
I would laugh my ass off. He goes back to Kansas City.
No, Edwards-Helaire looks like he's gonna be he's the heir apparent.
No, he's a great running back. He's definitely, as you would say, serviceable.
Dude,
but he is not Kareem Hunt.
I bet you
he just ain't.
Places Kareem Hunt could end up. New England.
Yep. No.
Dude, come on. They've shown that they give Josh Gordon, he got a ring with him.
No.
They give people chances.
No, it's not about chances. It's about the system. He don't fit.
New York Giants. We'll see how the Devontae Freeman experiment goes.
Absolutely could go to the Giants. I would agree with
Colts.
Yep.
I mean, although Jonathan Taylor is looking like the new hotness, their RB1 is on the IR.
Yep.
Maybe the Chargers. Depends how Joshua Jackson's season goes.
No, I would think they're good because they gave up Gordon and went with Joshua Jackson. They're fully vested.
Rams.
Rams, definitely.
Because they lost Gurley.
Washington football team.
Kareem Hunt wouldn't go there.
San Francisco's too woke. They wouldn't take, but San Francisco needs a running back like a motherfucker.
Yeah, because Breida sucks.
Jets.
What?
Le'Veon Bell's on IR.
Oh, well, Jets.
Detroit.
No.
We have a running. We definitely have a committee. Yeah. Well, no, the Lions don't make good moves. But I mean, we have Kerryon Johnson, DeAndre Swift, and AP. That's got committee written all over it.
Oh, absolutely does. And there's no way, A, that Kareem Hunt would do it. B, that we would even try to make that move. C, that he would fit into that system.
Yeah. But I mean,
no, he's not coming to Detroit.
There are plenty of teams Hunt could end up on, and also too, you brought it up before. I'm just gonna go down the list. Chicago. Let's see. No, wait. I actually made a list. Let's see if it's still
Houston.
there. You know what I'm talking about. Chicago, Houston, the Jets, Carolina, Detroit, Washington, New England. Why not? Try it again. The Giants, Philly.
Here's the
Denver. All places AB could land, and they need him.
I'm going to call this. With Kareem Hunt, the best trade and the best value and the thing that I could actually see, no bullshit, Baltimore.
No, they're fine at running back.
No.
But Baltimore,
you trade Ingram for Kareem Hunt.
But also Baltimore, another landing spot for AB. They need a receiver.
Exactly. But Cleveland would accept that trade, and Ravens would definitely accept that trade.
To me, Dobbins looks like the future. Like Ingram's still Ingram, but I mean, I loved watching Dobbins in college. You're seeing him slowly. I think J.K. Dobbins is the future of the backfield in Baltimore.
I'm telling you, Cleveland stays in Cleveland. That's what I think. Kareem Hunt to Baltimore, give him Ingram. Thanks for what you did, but it wasn't enough. We didn't get to the bowl.
Yeah.
Bye.
Although he did have that awesome speech last year. Remember when he's like, come find me?
Get at me.
Big trust.
Big trust.
Which, by the way, and we're all over the world. Who gives a fuck? We're talking about football. I mean, that guy's fucking, he's doing it again. Lamar?
Yeah.
That guy's a fucking freak of nature.
He is. But him, just like Patrick Mahomes, they've shown, they've proven. It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't a phenom. It wasn't a one and done.
And Monday night is those two playing each other. Like, to me, that's the new Brady and Rodgers, right? You rewind the calendar 10 years.
Well, it's Brady and Manning, but yeah.
Yeah, those are the new guys. They're both going to be counting their when they're, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, when they're both done playing, they're just be counting their rings.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, Mahomes got one for the end of his rookie contract.
Well, and that makes me and leads me back to Russell Wilson. What have you done for me lately,
dude?
Eddie?
They're going to be fine. They're going to be in the playoffs.
Oh, that's great and everything, but what have you done for me lately?
Tyler Lockett.
You took me to a Super Bowl and won it. You took me to a Super Bowl and lost it. Can we get back to the Super Bowl at least?
They'll get back this year, I think. You ask me right now, I think it's Seattle and Kansas City in the Super Bowl. Just watching them play. Oh, yeah. Dude, Tyler Lockett on any other team is a number 2. And he's got that motherfucker looking like top-tier receiver quality.
Huh? Maybe.
And then Chris Carson is just showing when he's healthy. Dude, he is a sleeper. He is one of the best running backs nobody talks about.
That's true, too.
They got the ghost of Greg Olsen as their tight end.
That's not even the ghost of Greg Olsen. That's like his tombstone.
But the thing is you look at Russell Wilson, he's not a tight end touchdown guy. Look at all of his big plays. They're never to tight ends. They've never been to tight ends. It's his running backs. It's his receivers. You know who makes stars out of tight ends? Shitty quarterbacks.
Yep.
Because they're security blankets.
I called this shit. Sorry about your luck there, Drew.
Drew Lock?
Breeze.
What about him?
All done, son.
He'll be fine.
No, he's not, dude.
He doesn't have Michael Thomas.
No, I don't care if he had Miguel Thomas, dude. Look, the guy hasn't thrown for an average of 5 yards.
Dude, the motherfucker went to the playoffs last year.
He's done, son.
Dude, you've done this before and had to.
He's fucking done.
You did this 2 seasons ago and had to be like, "Whoops,
I've
my
got
bad."
The stats. I've got the record. He's fucking done.
All right, dude. We'll just put a pin in this. I'm gonna do with you what I did with when you told me LeBron was done. Dude, miss the playoffs and we'll talk. But until then,
do some research on Drew Brees, dude. He's not comfortable in the pocket. He's not throwing for any decent yards at all. All of your stats, the things you like to throw around, are on my side.
It's 2 games, man.
And I've watched him play twice.
It's 2 games.
He's fucking done.
Let's talk about teams that are coming out of nowhere this year. Buffalo, what's up?
Buffalo is looking stout, dude. For real.
We might have another team coming out of the AFC East this year.
They are looking tight.
They got Zach Moss. It looks like they got a running game. Stephon Diggs breathing life back into his career. And who the fuck is Josh Allen?
I don't know. Because when he was in Arizona, he sucked.
That motherfucker gave me 43 fantasy points last week for starters. Like, wasn't there like 3 guys last week that threw for over 400 and 4 touchdowns? He was one of them.
Mm-hmm. Dak Prescott, another one.
Buffalo's got to be like, oh shit, it's like the late 80s up in here.
Yeah, you got to be careful because if you make it to the Super Bowl, just remember what Bill stands for, all right?
What's that?
Boy, I love losing Super Bowls. Bills. B-I-L-L-S.
Tennessee looks like they picked up right where they've left off.
Yeah, that's not a surprise to anybody.
Ryan Tannehill getting it done.
Him and Henry? Yeah.
Let's see. Coming out of nowhere in a different way. What the fuck happened to you, Eagles?
No shit, Philly. Where did you go? I put that in the chat. What the actual fuck?
They don't have a receiver.
How in the hell did you shit the bed?
They don't have a receiver.
Against Washington.
They have Miles Sanders. They have Zach Ertz.
They should be able to play tennis side and beat Washington, dude.
They don't have Alshon Jeffrey. Ain't your answer. He's never been your answer. It ain't 95-year-old Deshaun Jackson and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. He ain't in college anymore. So,
dude, left, right to center. How the fuck did you get blown out by Washington?
All I'm saying is I bet you by the end of the season, Jalen Hurts is starting. Like, they're using him now as a receiver, but that motherfucker, I bet you will be calling the signals by the end of the season. Especially...
The coach just came out today and fully backed Wentz. What does that tell you?
Yeah, his days are numbered.
His days are numbered. Yeah, we make that joke all the time. Oh, this is our coach for the future. He is the man. He has the experience. So we're going to go with this guy. What the fuck?
I think the only two teams I'm really comfortable putting in the coming out of nowhere bucket this year are Buffalo and Las Vegas. Everyone else is either just like they always are or is just like they always are, which is the case here in Detroit. You know, like I said, maybe Arizona. Arizona could probably be in the coming out of nowhere, but everyone else is...
No, Arizona was holding their status quo, and now they've taken a step forward.
Yeah.
That's where I put Arizona. Las Vegas, I'm looking at it as he had a plan, and now he's executing it. You know, everybody looked at Gruden and was like, what the fuck are you doing with the Oakland Raiders? Why aren't they winning? Why aren't they winning? And now they get to Las Vegas, and they're like, oh, now I see.
No, I would put. I'll put like a player kind of in the where this. Well, more like in the back from the dead category. Aaron.
No doubt. RELAX, y'all. He's back.
He is pulling a Tom Brady and making stars out of fucking no names.
Out of absolutely nothing. Because Adams just cold chilling on the sideline.
Didn't it come out in the off? Because again, this could be 2 years ago. This could be 6 months ago. Didn't it come out in the off season that he played most of last year hurt and didn't tell anybody?
Yes.
So I mean, there we go. That's what we know. That's what was wrong, right? We were like, oh, he's getting old. Sun is setting. Nope. Apparently, he was hurt. Didn't tell anyone, and now he's just back to like. If you picked him up in your fantasy football draft as like a flyer, just paying dividends for you.
Big time.
Because he was definitely not one of the sexier QB picks in fantasy football this year. Now he looks like he's going to be one of the best.
You know what? I got to mention this because this is my side of the ball. What the actual fuck defense? I understand, okay? There are a lot of rules against you. You can't touch them. You can't go low. You can't do this. You can't do that. But nobody's putting a rule that says you can't stop the ball.
Right.
Okay? What the fuck? It's looking more like college scores than anything. It's terrible. I'm on the fantasy football league going, well, who the hell can I have as my defense? Because they all suck. I understand that they want more scoring and they changed the rules to adhere to that. But again, they didn't say you couldn't stop it.
I mean,
they didn't say that the defense can't score touchdowns, man. Come on.
Just remember, dude, it's preseason. The real football season begins probably not this week, but the week after. Once everyone's got a good 4 weeks play, like it's, we're shaking the cobwebs off, getting off the rust. It was training camp all summer, and then bam, right into regular season. There's going to be a lot of rust shaking off, And quite honestly, the only defense that's still doing what they're doing is Baltimore.
Yeah.
Baltimore's like, yeah, whatever. We're here. We're purple. We're impervious.
But I think that comes from upstairs, too. I understand that Ray Lewis is retired, but he ain't left that team. He's still in the offices.
Yeah.
And he still carries that mentality. You can say what you want about the man off the field, criminal, not criminal, whatever. I don't give a flying fuck. When that fucker stood on that field, he commanded the respect, and if you didn't give it, he earned it. And if you didn't give it then, he made you sorry that you ever met him.
He did kill somebody.
I'm just saying.
All right, well, I think that's about it. Usually this would be where we do the picks, but we're kind of doing them online this year because we haven't been doing shows.
Lost, one game this week? 2 games?
I haven't crunched those numbers yet because Rich didn't respond, fucking it all up. Now we got to go back to what we did last year and do percentages versus records to make it count.
Oh, no. If he didn't respond, then he gets 0 for all the picks. Yeah.
But, just to me, the last 2 Sundays have just been a feeling like, hey, something normal this year.
I don't start watching until the middle of the first quarter because I can't deal with all the propaganda.
Yeah, trust me, I'm with you. I watch Fantasy Football Now, and then I'd watch Red Zone. And you know what neither of them do? Neither of those shows do any of that political shit.
Right.
Fantasy Football Now talks about fantasy football, and Red Zone just talks about touchdowns.
That's all I want to hear.
But it has been nice the last 2 Sundays. Even with no fans. I thought no fans was going to be weird. It made me realize...
No, pumping in the crowd noise.
Well, too, besides pumping in the crowd noise, it's made me realize that we're not watching the fans. We're watching the game.
Yep.
As long as the games are happening, I give no shits.
Well, we're also from Detroit, so we're used to having no fans in the stands.
What's it? It's the joke we made in the chat. The Kansas City Houston game on Thursday night, where Kansas City had like 25% fans. I was like, hey, it just looks like a Redskins game last year.
Or a Lions game any year.
Oh, I said it again. That's it. Canceled. I said the R word.
No, because I've heard sportscasters call them the Redskins, and then after the commercial break, so the Washington team.
Which, the more and more this goes on, I really think the name is Dan Snyder telling people, fuck you. All right, fine. We'll just call it the Washington football team. How can you be offended by that, assholes?
Pretty much.
But it's a joke I made in one of our podcasts that we done in the last few months. I think that's probably going to start becoming the norm. Fuck it. Chicago football team. Fuck it.
Detroit football team.
Cleveland baseball team. You know,
the Dallas football team.
I bet you that's what the Indians will turn into, right? Oh, we're the Cleveland baseball team.
Huh?
Won't offend any ethnic groups. Won't offend any animal rights activists. Won't offend any
Carolina
fucking soft
team.
people.
Jacksonville football team.
Yeah.
Why are you exploiting animals, fuckers?
Yeah.
Why you got to be the Panthers? Is the cheetah not fast enough for you?
Yeah.
King of the Jungle's taken. You ain't king of football. Why are you the Lions?
King of the Jungle just perpetuates the patriarchy.
You're trying to adapt to the culture of a fucking animal.
Packers. Oh, what do you say? Oh, you're putting down the working class?
Do you got something against gay people?
Oh, Saints, huh? Oh, what? Why are we bringing religion into this?
And
do this all day.
Florida League. That's fucking French. They don't even know what football is.
Yeah, Buccaneers. Oh yeah, named after people who raped and pillaged.
We need to shut up because this will start being a thing.
Exactly. So this is where I'll just tell you, hey, at Sportsy Podcast on Twitter. Sportsy Podcast is the email. Or I should say sportsypodcast at ChristopherMedia.net is the email. ChristopherMedia.net is where you go if you want to help us out. You click on the Amazon banner while you're getting everything delivered till the end of time now. You just click through there. Helps us out. Doesn't cost you anything extra. There's a PayPal button there if you want to help us out too. And where do you listen to us? Well, now we're in the Bezos ecosystem, baby. Amazon got into the podcast game, so we're on Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker.com, Google Podcasts, Stitcher. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, ChristopherMedia.net if you just want to go right to the source. You can check us out. And, yeah, we're back into the swing of things, so thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
As Rich would say, all right, later, guys. And I'll say, peace out, y'all.
There you go.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
Okay, so, did you see that game the other day? The refs, right? I mean, come on. They were totally out to get us. That always happens to our team. Drivers who switch to Progressive can save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth. And as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast. And check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth. And always open at HomeDepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.